is Wellbeing Wednesday, and I wanted to take this opportunity to reconnect with you guys on a weekly basis. I did it back at the beginning of COVID-19 when we all went into lockdown and I missed it, so I'm going back to doing it again, but I'm going to do it weekly on Wellbeing Wednesdays around about this time, so I'm looking forward to catching up with you. And next week is the Mental Illness Awareness Week in the USA, so I wanted to take this time to give you some heads up as to what's going on, and also give you 5 simple tips that I learned through brain health coaching with Dr. Daniel Amen, and also he learnt it through Byron Katie, on how you can truly take back control of that negative self-talk that you may have rumbling around in your head. My name is Dr. Ruth Allan. I'm a certified brain health coach at Yemen University and high performance coach, and I'm also a certified havening techniques practitioner, helping people really unchain themselves from unhelpful emotions from their past, whether that's trauma or unhelpful experiences, unlock the secrets to really getting greater mental clarity and performance, and unleash their full potential by truly focusing on how they can optimize their brain health. So next week I'll be talking with the Amen Clinics with Fallon Jordan, who's a Amen Clinic super coach, on Friday, all about brain health coaching, about havening and how you can truly become that unstoppable you. So first and foremost, what are the 5 tips that you can use to really help you take back control of any negative self-talk that's going on in your head? And I wanted to talk about this because I realised for the past 25 years, not really checked in with myself properly, that I've been telling myself that I wasn't good enough. When I was about 16, I decided to go down the route of physics and mathematics. Those were my passionate subjects, but I'm really interested in medicine. And around that time at school, we had an assessment. I was always considered like the brightest person at school, but we had a test with a girl called Bernice in my class to see who was the fastest reader, and I always felt that I was a really slow reader, and she used to read loads of books and I hardly read any. And when we did the assessment, she absolutely smashed me. She was so fast, and from that point I told myself I wasn't good enough, I wasn't a fast enough reader, and I didn't have the capacity or the memory capacity to do what I really wanted to do, and that was become a doctor, a medical doctor. And I thought, well, because physics, you don't really have to learn so much, you just apply the science rather than having to learn reams and reams of data, that would be the best path for me, and that's the path I chose. Also at the time, I wasn't really that keen on doing 7 years at university. I ended up doing 10 years in the end, getting a PhD. But that said, that's the path I chose, and it's really changed the course of my life. And it wasn't until I just finished the book by Jim Quick called Limitless, and I really wanted to improve my reading skills, and actually did an assessment of how fast I can read. I realised that actually I'm not that much of a slow reader. I've really done myself a disservice. I actually can read 300 words a minute at a baseline level, which is actually quite fast compared to the average. And in fact, I've just not been applying the right learning strategies at university and also even at school, because my brain loves to learn by images, to really remember the things that I could have remembered as a medical student if I'd chosen that course. And it's just we tell ourselves these crazy lies about what we are truly capable of, and it really can affect the course of our life, a significant period of time. I'm so grateful that I have really redirected my route back down into the medical space, and now I'm a brain health coach, and I'm really able to unlock and unleash my full potential by learning the right tools, by learning the right techniques, and understanding really how my brain works, so that I can truly step into that person I want to be and become that unstoppable me. So what is it that you are telling yourself that are just total lies that you've made up, maybe somebody's told you and you've taken it to heart too much? What is it? What lies, what negative self-talk do you keep saying to yourself? Maybe it's like, I'm not good enough, like I've been telling myself for like the last 25 years. Maybe it's, I'm not strong enough, I'm not powerful enough, I'm not clever enough, I'm not intelligent enough, I don't have the aptitude, I don't have the ability, people don't like me, they're not listening to me. What are those thoughts that you're telling yourself? That's first thing, is what is that thought? Step number one. Second thing is to say to yourself, well, first is to say to yourself, is that thought true? And you may say, yeah, it is. So really, is it 100% true? And the answer on the majority of the time is no, it's not 100% true. Step two, is it 100% true? The answer is typically no. Step three, how do you feel when you have that thought? So for me, when I have the thought that I'm a slow reader, I don't have the ability to remember, I felt incompetent, not good enough, I felt inadequate, I felt that I really couldn't realise my full potential. I just felt not good enough, felt rubbish, really. How do you feel with that thought? Rubbish. And then the fourth question you need to ask, sorry, I just put three up. Fourth question you need to ask yourself. So laugh at your mistakes. It's always good. Fourth question to ask yourself is, how would I feel without that thought? Well, for me, I would have felt much more empowered. I felt capable. I would have felt able to realise my dream of becoming a medical doctor. That's how I would have felt. I would have felt really super. So how would you feel without that thought? That's question 4. Question 5 is, what would the turnaround thought of that be? So if you're saying to yourself, I can't read, I'm a slow reader. Let's go with my one. I'm a slow reader. The turnaround would be, I'm not a slow reader. I just don't read enough books at the moment and I can get better. That ought to have been what I could have told myself to step into the reader and step into the person I wanted to become. I didn't. I just went it with face value. So what would the turnaround for you be? I am a good reader, but I'm just not as fast as I want to be. Could have been it. I am good enough. I am capable. I just need to learn the skills necessary to get to that next level. What is it for you? What's the turnaround? And then add to that is that statement more true? Of course it is. I am a capable reader. I could read. I was capable of getting faster. I just needed to learn the skills that were necessary so that I could level up my reading skills. So what would it be for you? So go back to those 5 questions you need to ask yourself. Is that thought true? Is it 100% true? How do I feel with that thought? How would I feel without that thought? And what's the turnaround of that thought? And is that more true? This really helps you take back control of that negative self-talk. And we all have it, and we may have it from years back, just like me. So take the time to write down all that negative self-talk and challenge it, and that will take the power away from it and really empower you to take back control of that negative self-talk so you can truly step into the person that you want to become. It is Wellbeing Wednesday. Today is all about challenging that negative self-talk. Next week's all about mental illness, mental health awareness week in the USA. So if you are struggling with your mental health, if you're struggling with how you're showing up, stress, anxiety, depression, overwhelm, whatever it may be, then make sure you visit my website on the link below to find out how I can help you, whether that's through havening to help you unchain yourself from unhelpful experiences from your past, whether that's through high performance coaching and brain health coaching to unlock the secrets and unleash your full potential by truly understanding the tools that you need and how you can power up your unique brain. I hope you have a fantastic Wellbeing Wednesday, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye for now.